I'll wait until people get here.
Yep.
Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca, and over here, right there, that's
This
Miss
is
Gigi.
Gigi.
Welcome, welcome. We're going to do some pick-a-sticks today. So I'm going to gesso my, Mrs. Gigi prepares by doodling on her page, and I prepare by gessoing on mine. So there's just another difference that we do.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to get my gesso out. I was actually looking at some gesso yesterday thinking, is it time to buy new? Not yet.
Oh.
I think I can still make this one work.
I'll just put the last little drops of everything. Please work just a little bit more, and please last a little bit longer. Like, please.
I'm not ready to pay $2 for gesso. Oh. So hey there, Candy.
I realized my biggest thing is glue, and then. I don't know, is there anything going on with the glue sticks or glue sticks in general? Because really, they are, for one, they are extremely expensive right now. They have never been so expensive as they are right now here in Sweden. And two, you can't get them anywhere. They are, out of stock, and online they are out of stock everywhere. And I went to actually a store, I had to have my glue, and then there was empty shelves. So
I'm like, is glue made out of oil? How do they make glue? No, it's out of.
I haven't got a clue.
I mean, there's always the thing of they're sending the horse to the glue factory. Yeah, do they? I'm guessing there's truth to that. They use. What is glue made out of? No, maybe I don't want to know what glue is made out of. I won't.
That's.
I probably won't want to use glue anymore. Don't tell us, Candy. Keep that to yourself. We don't want to know what it's made out of. We'll be finding something else to stick stuff down to it.
Yeah, but it must be something, because looking online, and they were out of stock, and then even the little store we have here in my town, or in the village where I live, they usually have glue, pens, papers, the basic things, little bits and pieces of everything and anything. And they said they hadn't gotten glue from the distributor for a month or so.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I wonder, I did notice yesterday I went and I was, like I said, I was looking at my gesso. So I keep all kinds of stuff in my Amazon to watch the prices of it. I did notice the pack of glue sticks. Now that you mention it, I didn't think too much of it because I wasn't in the buying of glue sticks, although I've been running out. And I did notice that it was one of the things that increased. I didn't pay attention to how much it increased, but I wonder if there is some sort of maybe a glue stick company caught fire. I don't know. Candy, I'm sorry, you're still not up to it. Write those prompts down. You'll be doing stuff for hours upon hours straight when you start feeling better. You'll be kicking out the mixed media. I know Mary is doing a hop. I don't know if it's still going on. That might be where everybody is this afternoon or this morning.
I don't think it's on right now.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know what I just had caught.
She has it divided on the morning stream, and then post during the day, and then late night or night stream. So.
Oh, okay. I never can catch it. She's on so darn early, and then she's off, and then I'm like, is she on again? And then the streams, I never can catch when her streams are, so I usually catch those on replay. Or not the streams, the hops. So I'll go ahead. I'll start. It's 10:02, so I'll tell you about my morning. Yeah, it was crazy. Another crazy morning. like I said, I was telling Miss Gigi, and my stomach's still not right, so I've been laying on my stomach. So I stayed on my stomach probably an extra 30 minutes this morning and moved around, moved my body around while I was on my stomach, just trying to get some movement. So I get up, and then Jug is driving me nuts because Shannon worked overnight, so he didn't get to go out and as late as he usually does last night. So I knew he had to pee, but I always go to the bathroom first. I try. Kind of a teaching him that I'm first, you're second kind of thing. I don't.
Mhm.
He does. It doesn't really work because he's like, just, let me out or jump. I'm going to jump on you until you do. But so I then go and I let him out, and
Mhm.
um, I look at the time. And I'm like, oh, okay, it was a little after 9, and I'm going to let him in and let him have breakfast. So I open up the door to let him in as I do every day, and I forgot to really pay attention where that little turd head was, and out ran Storm. Well,
Oh,
I wasn't even dressed yet. So I was like, and she goes everywhere. So I was like, so I roll, and I'm like, well, I can't just go out, in my underpants. So I
mhm.
go back and I find a dress, and I threw a dress on real fast, and I go outside, and thank goodness she's out in the middle of the yard with Jug. She's like, she must have ran out there to see what the heck he was doing. So,
Mhm.
okay. And I knew I can't get, like, it's not easy for me to get up to where they were because there's like a little ledge. So I was like, okay, at least I can watch where she's going. So I watch her while she decides I'm going to go around the house. So I roll over there trying to find
Oh.
her, and I lost
Mhm.
her. Can't find her. So I'm like, Jug, find Storm, find Storm. Well, Jug is about as helpful as a rock because
Yeah.
he runs over to a tree and starts barking up the tree. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know that's not where she's at, but
I can imagine that that is so Teddy as well. He's like, "What? Do you need me to help? What am
So
I
I
going to
was like,
do?"
yeah. So I was like, okay, this is never, eventually, and it's so funny because in the house you ask him where Storm is, and he usually can like point her out. But outside, it's like, oh no, and then he's running around, and I think he's protecting our boundaries because he's running around, and he like goes to like our different boundaries of the yard, and he growls, "Rrr," and then he runs as fast as he can to another area and growls. "Rrr." So I believe that's probably what he's doing, is he's protecting the boundaries. So I'm like waiting
Mhm.
and waiting and looking. I don't, I'm kind of at the corner of the house where I kind of have half of the corner of this part of the house, right? And then I see her coming across. So she went all the way around the house, and she's coming back around. I was like, oh my gosh, Storm, you're going to give me a heart attack. So again, though, they're on Jug's on the other side of the little wall thing, and she runs over
Mhm.
him, and she's rubbing on him just as happy as she can be. And Jug's giving her kisses. And I'm like, oh, you two, I'm going to kill you both if I get a hold of you.
Mhm.
I'm just going to strangle you. So I'm like, I pick up a stick and I'm trying to tease her over. Nothing, nothing. Um, ugh. So then I roll back to the house, and
Yeah.
she takes off running real fast, and she gets up underneath the porch. So she's underneath the porch, and I'm thinking,
Oh.
that time I caught her by opening up the garage, and she went in the garage. So I get up, and I have to do a little wheelie to get up onto the little platform. So I get up there,
Mhm.
the garage door won't open. It's like stuck because with the weather changing, I'm sure
Oh.
things move a little bit, so doors get a little tighter. And I'm like, oh, son of a gun. So I'm trying to use my weight, and I lock my wheelchair in, and I finally get it to pop open. And I seen her little face like turn her head, and like she was interested. You could tell she's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Just
interested.
waiting for
Huh?
something to like,
Right.
mhm.
So I'm like, I got to get out of the way because I know she's not going because I'm sitting right there. So I get off the little platform again, and there she goes. As soon as I get off the platform, it's like she's so damn smart. She runs as fast as she can in the garage. So I was like, ha ha. So I get in there,
Oh, no.
and I close the door. Well, the garage, I have a big garage, and I also have one little area of the garage that is open to underneath the double wide. So
Mhm.
like I, I'm I'm like, she can't get over there because she's smart enough to figure out how to get under there, and then she'd be stuck, kind of like poor Candy's cat that's in the what is it? It's in her attic, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so I sit over in that area so that she doesn't come near me. And then I see her get like back behind this wood pile thing. So I go over there and I grab her by her scruff. And she's meowing, and I'm like, I don't have a good enough grip though, and I'm like so afraid to let her go.
Oh
But I
no.
was able to like pull her up onto my lap, and I got a good grip on her. Then I'm looking around, I'm like, how am I going to get her in there? Because all the other times I've always put her in my sweatshirt. Why didn't I've had my dress on?
Mm-hmm.
I found a bucket with a lid. And I stuck her, and I'm like, hopefully, she ain't gonna run out of air in just a few minutes to get her in the house because I was like, I
Oh.
need to get this cat in the house. So I did. I got her in the house with a bucket. After many put her up, I had to put her up on the ramp and then roll around, get up on the ramp, and put her up in the next part of the ramp and roll around
Oh my.
and then that little turd, she comes in the house like no, I let her out of the bucket. She jumps out of the bucket, walks over to her food, eats a couple kibbles, and I watch her go in, jump up on my bed, and start giving herself a bath. That little turd came in, and she was like, whatever, whatever.
Oh my.
So Gigi, that's what I did for like, and thank goodness it was only 30 minutes. I'm glad I thought about putting her in the garage again. I'm going to need to get Shannon maybe to block off that area where she can get under the house and just close her
Mm-hmm.
in there until maybe Shannon or Batten comes home or something, because it was like, I even was like, if I catch her, I'll just throw her in my car.
Yeah.
She'll go in my
Mm-hmm.
car for the next couple hours until I can.
Oh wow. What a
Anyway,
morning.
yeah, it wasn't like it's horrible or anything, but it's just like I can't believe this little turd. So I'm taking out the ones we've used in the past, and I did add some. I don't know if you can tell, but I added some new ones that
Ooh.
we got from some of the. You guys gave me ideas, and then I had some ideas, and I put some new ones in here. So let's get the first
Mm-hmm.
one. I can't believe no one's here. This is a new one. Oh no. I don't. You can do something else if you want, but this is use finger to paint. That's the first one.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right. So
Challenge is
finger paint is what we'll call it.
mm-hmm. Finger paint. What color? Think I need some darker one because of all this.
Oh, and then I had to come in and make coffee. Mm-mm. My house is it's bricked in all the way around, except in the garage. In the garage, they kept an area so you could crawl in underneath it. So, but it's not a door or anything. There was just some wood, like wood plates, put up, leaned up against it. However, there I noticed that there was. I guess what it is they bricked in 3/4 of the house, three sides, and then the side that the garage is attached to, they just use the lattice, like it's metal lattice though, and
Oh, okay.
that metal lattice has fallen in. So, and then there was like an area left open for wood, like a wood door to be, so you could get in and out. And what I
Mm-hmm.
noticed is that lattice kind of is pushed in, so you know, so yeah, purple's a good idea. It is springy, maybe. I like this color. I'm going to use this. It's sitting here. I'm going to use it. So, yeah.
Oh, this is really a strange feeling for me, but like, oh, in a way, I have to challenge myself, and this is the perfect time to do it.
You're doing excellent. But what I find is don't think about it. Like when I have to touch tape, the best thing is not to think about it, just to do it. I used to have to really think about it to touch it, but now I see I do best with just not thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
just doing it, like moving forward and doing it. I don't know which is better. But I've been able to. Yesterday, I was really impressed. I used that sticky stuff and was cutting it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do something different? Your sound is excellent to me today. Not that you had bad
Yeah,
sound, but it's
yeah,
very
I've changed the mics and I've gone into like a setting thing I found on the computer, and I've done all sorts of things. So
well. That's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not. It wasn't like your sound was bad to me, but I noticed it's just very it's clearer, like louder. Usually I have to turn my sound up on my computer to hear you really well, like turn it
Mhm.
up. But today I didn't. So good. That's good.
I had to look into both the camera and the microphone settings, and then realized there was loads of those on the actual computer. There is loads of them on the camera app thing that I use,
Uh
and
huh.
then you have to go onto the computer and do things as well. So I was like playing around with it a little bit. So
What app do you use for your camera?
oh, it's I'm about like, don't ask me. I don't know. It's my husband who
That's
it's
fine.
my husband who has done all these things actually.
I need your husband to come over and figure out what's well mine seems to be doing okay now that I what I did is I called Spectrum and
Hmm.
I talked to them that saying, my computer it's not connecting up and all that good stuff. So we fiddled, I don't know, with some different app settings like what you did and it seemed to connect pretty good. So I think
Yeah,
that streaming is pretty good. I went and watched watched yesterday's, and I was like, hey, I think that's pretty good.
yeah,
Finally,
yeah. It is different when you have like a faster internet connection. I actually right now go with the Wi-Fi because I haven't got the right kind of cord that I need.
hmm
So uh, now and again, it might be a little bit of a strange thing going because we were out of internet for the first time in 6 years yesterday, and the whole house was like, "Oh no, what are we going to do now?"
on his way back to Sweden from Texas, he can stop in New Jersey and get my new printer to work.
Oh,
What kind of
oh,
printer did you buy
what is it with that?
that you're having problems with? Because I'm not buying that printer. That's
No,
I have the
neat,
worst trouble with it.
neat. Is it one of those eco tank, like the new? I don't know. Was it Brothers or
Oh,
no?
yeah.
It was
Is
Epson Eco or something like that. The newer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know that a couple of my friends who has that one is it is working, but it's like eh, like they say to me, like, don't ever get this kind of printer. I have it, I'm
Interesting.
going to use it, but don't ever get it. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm
That's
going
good
to
to know
listen.
because that's what I was thinking about getting. So,
Yeah, I know, but then some is really pleased with it. It's working like crystal clear pictures when printing and everything. But then so I don't really know what's with it really.
hmm. So the next one is tape. Oh, sorry, Jug. I didn't know you were back there. I rolled right over you, didn't I?
Oh,
Very nice.
tape.
Wasn't very nice of me. Huh? Wasn't very nice of me. Let's see. No, since I found all this music tape yesterday, I think I'm gonna just put some music tape down.
Oh, I know.
Ah,
I actually used some duct tape right before the stream, so a little bit strange maybe, but I'm going to to use it.
not strange. Not strange at all.
Let's see.
What's up, Chuck Chuck? Yeah, I think I am going to use this.
Let's. I'm just have to think a little bit about the actual thing that I'm going to do. Let's see.
Candy, what did you do with everybody? Where is everybody today?
Hello.
I've never just had one.
Yeah,
That's
it's
weird.
strange.
I mean, usually there's somebody lurking.
Well, definitely.
I probably offended somebody somewhere along the line and don't realize I did.
No.
Oh well. It is what it
Happens
is.
to everybody, kind of thing.
Mhm.
No. I don't really know, but I know that there was loads of people up for the early stream for Mary because she had
Oh,
an early stream, and then she had this pop thing. So I don't know if
maybe they're napping. Maybe they're napping.
Mhm. Could be.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm putting some washi tape on.
And I'm trying to create something, but duct tape is really not the best tape to cut into with scissors, I realize. It's getting a little.
Oh, really? Interesting note about Chromebooks. I knew that Chromebooks don't do everything that a computer does. You know, that's why they're a little bit cheaper.
Oh,
They're more like, I think, they're more like a tablet.
yes, they
Than,
are.
um,
They are like
my son
everything is really online.
my son was like, "Don't buy a Chromebook," because that's what, of course, what they use at school.
Yep.
And he was like, "Don't buy a Chromebook. Don't buy a Chromebook, Mom."
No, that's if you want the kind of thing that you are able to do with a computer, you're not going to be able to do it on a Chromebook because. But in a way, it's kind of strange. I know that in school, and my son, he goes to the same school, and she is 1 year ahead of him. So they got MacBooks. All of her classmates and everybody got MacBooks, and he started a year later. And then the school realizes that MacBooks are expensive,
Yes,
so
you are right.
they are getting Chromebooks now.
Yes. Uh-huh. I don't. Yeah. I've never gone to Apple. I've stayed away from Apple. I mean, back in the '80s, I had we had an Apple IIe. That was my very
Hmm.
first home computer, and my very first computer I ever used was a Macintosh.
Hmm.
Is that what they? I think that's what they were called, right? Macintosh.
Yep.
The
Yeah.
very first little square ones that my neighbors that were rich
Yeah.
had that. And so I used to be able to play over there. I mean, I think it was like paint and stuff like that we were allowed to do on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
They were kind of famous in a way for uh, the painting programs and things like that back in the days.
yeah. And then when Apple got popular again in the late '90s and early 2000s, I was disgusted with how you had to pay for every little thing. That's why I never got an iPhone, like the really early stages of the iPhone and stuff, because I was like, and I never got into iTunes. I have an
Yeah.
account, but I was like, every darn thing you had to pay for. That was crazy to me when you could go with an Android and all the apps were free. Or not all, you know what I'm saying, all the basic ones.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just, I don't, to me, that's such a monopoly to have something and then have so much that is proprietary to them. And
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah,
And we do Max all over, like, but that is especially just one special course because one of our kids communicate through an iPad with a special program.
oh, uh-huh. I've
So
seen things like that. I used to work at a facility with I don't know what the proper I'm not going to use the proper terminology, but it was for MHMR, and
uh
I used to do all the hiring of the direct care staff. So I actually got to see a lot of the uh, um, like the computers. We had a special computer for one of the residents where everything was touch. Like there was all these pictures on the computer and was touched. It kind of was a dummy of oh, now I can't think of his name. What's that real famous gentleman that was in the wheelchair, and he spoke with the computer?
Stephen Hawking, so
Yes, yes, yes. So
mhm.
it was like a dumbed down Stephen Hawking's computer
Mhm.
at that time. But those things are expensive. But now I'm assuming with iPads and tablets and such, that is probably such an easier,
Yeah, yes, yes,
affordable.
it is. But
Yeah.
the thing is, when looking into what type of program we were meant to use, we
Mm-hmm.
realized that in this was like 13 years ago, or maybe like 10 years ago when we actually decided to go Apple or Mac way. Um, there wasn't really any like good programs for kids to use.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so that is why we chose Apple because that was the only like there was apps and things like that to use for small kids and kids in general if you
It-
want to. So
Does she use it very, does she use it? Does she enjoy using it to communicate?
yeah, definitely, and she uses pictures
Uh-huh.
to communicate, so it isn't like Stephen Hawkins, he had like a voice kind of thing.
Right.
uh,
He would touch and the voice would say it. Right.
mhm. But she uses pictures, and nowadays I know that most of all systems actually goes with Apple, and you have some of them on Android,
Mm-hmm.
but there is like a very limited kind of thing for Android. So 15 years later, it's still Apple based mainly.
I love that. When I worked at, and I didn't work there that long, it was 10, 12, probably about 14 years ago is when
Mm-hmm.
I was working there, and I just loved it because the individuals, some that were a little bit higher functioning that would walk around, they would have like a literal note, which I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. They would have a notebook with all their pictures to communicate with,
Yeah.
and if
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to communicate, they'd pull that book out, or you'd pull it out and you'd point it to them, and then and you could communicate with them. I mean, how awesome! Instead of not being, communication
Mm-hmm.
boards. That's what they would call them,
Yeah,
communication boards.
yep, we had one, or we have it really, but she prefers to using the iPad because she
Sure.
has many other things. She uses all the other kind of apps for school and things like that, so it's easier for her to have all in one kind of thing.
And there's probably a lot more words she can learn and use with the iPad rather than just a board that you have to constantly add or
Yeah,
change.
yeah, yeah. It was like I don't even want to talk about it. I spent so
Oh,
many hours on that book, to come up with new words, create pictures, and do. Oh my god.
does she use any sign language, or
Yes, yes,
oh,
she does.
does she
So,
have
so
her own language, or has she stuck with like well, I we have, of course, American Sign Language. Does Sweden have, I'm guessing, their own, or?
Yeah, we have Swedish Sign Language, and we use that with her now. But when she was small, we only used this communication kind of thing on the iPad. So that is kind of like her go-to language, sort of.
Mhm. Yeah,
But she signs, so.
excellent.
Mhm.
Um, the next one is use stick. What do they use
Ooh.
stick to draw? Let's see. I see hanging out with you. I learned so much. Learn
Yes.
so much about your children and how it all
Hmm.
works. And
There is a whole lot to tell. I can
just
just, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I was there for 4 years. I got to learn so much, but I was because I hired people. I also used to give tours of the facility, so
Hmm.
I used to be able to. I had to know enough about because we had different sections. We had like 4 different sections of our facility, and we had like what we called higher functioning individuals, and a
Yeah.
lot of them were sadly, back in, the 40s and 50s, if your child was born with Down syndrome, they sent them away, you
Yeah.
know. So we did have, um, quite a few older residents with things like Down syndrome, autism. So that was considered like higher functioning individuals. And then we
Hmm.
had the individuals that were medically fragile, and they were on a lot of things like what it sounds like you got feeding tubes, use wheelchair, uh, not like me, but uh, but were medically fragile. Most of them were
Hmm. Hmm.
most of them were nonverbal, non-ambulatory, things of that
Yep.
nature. And then we had a section of the facility that was aggressive. They were, I don't remember what we called them, but they were. Uh, it was not. It was not a nice section. I wouldn't want. I personally would not have wanted to work in that section. They very a lot of them because I guess how they do it is they do it by testing IQ, and if the IQ is at a certain level, that's where they are. I'm not quite sure
Yeah.
how that all
Yeah.
works, but
Hmm.
but
And
so
and a
these
lot of
individuals
it.
would like do things with their feces that is not very nice and things like that. I can't
Hmm.
tell. And
But I understand what you mean, and most of it really is a kind of stimming thing or frustration kind of thing.
yes, yeah,
Um,
yeah, because that's
it,
usually when they weren't able to communicate and they were angry with somebody is usually when we would see the
mhm.
behaviors.
It's
Uh,
yeah, it's kind of they have to come up with some strategy to have some kind of reaction.
yeah, yes,
So that is why most of kids and people do that really
right.
because
Well, yeah. Heck, even adults with high IQs can
Mhm.
can have tantrums. So yeah.
Mhm.
Mm. Usually, I think when something like that would happen, the psychologist would be like, "So, what was her day like?" you know,
Mhm.
well, she got in a fight. One of her roommates, they got in a fight. Well, there you go.
Mhm. Yeah, the thing is though, and that is like I experience almost every day. Uh, that is the hardest. Really, is when you don't really know
Oh,
what's the triggering point is. Like there, you know that there was something triggering all the behavior, everything. But
right.
then coming up with what it was and how to solve it so it doesn't happen one more time, or you know, it's kind of strange.
Well, no, no, no. Yeah, exactly. Candy, it's tape. Finger paint, tape, use stick. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You don't, yeah, because the communication isn't there to be able to tell you what exactly is wrong. So I can, as a parent, I'm sure it's like, when for me, the 3 and the 4-year-olds are throwing those tantrums, and you're like, nothing happened. What is something hurt? Are you hurt? What is wrong?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you never get out of those, like, you know, terrible twos or something like that. It's an
Although
ongoing story.
I think threes are way worse than twos. I don't know who
Yeah,
came up with terrible twos, but I think threes are way worse.
yeah, they are. Yeah.
I'd take twos over threes. Threes, they're
Hmm.
starting to get just way too independent. Twos, they're just twos, they don't know any better. There's
Hmm.
learn. Threes, threes are like little storm. They know they're doing something wrong. They
Yeah.
know, and
Definitely.
they're doing it to get a reaction out of you, mom. Or they're getting into the cookies because they know where they're at.
Hmm.
Yeah, when I was a nanny, I used to say that I'd take twos over threes anytime.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
Glue something.
Um,
Oh, that's a fun one. That gives us
ooh,
something to do.
glue
Glue,
something.
glue something, Candy. That's the next one, hon. Hate that Candy's still not feeling well.
Glue. Hmm.
Oh, that's not glue. I don't know what I just felt, but it wasn't glue. What is going on here? Fingers don't want to work.
I think I want to add, let's see, what do I want to add? I actually did a couple of clusters today, so I don't have so much of bits and pieces really.
Uh-oh. You need to start messing up your desk on Fridays. Just leave stuff everywhere.
Hmm.
You have things.
That is a good thing though, to have the creativity flowing kind of thing.
Mhm. I seen your clusters actually this morning. I seen your post.
Oh, did you? And all those bits and pieces that you have. Literally, I had, we have those bins. I've downsized the bins. Before I had like everything. Now I only have two. So,
Oh, geez.
with these small little bits and pieces, and then of course I have like scrapbook things laying around for whatever reason. You might need it someday.
Hello, Miss Mousy.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, 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 welcome. What you up today, Mousy girl?
Just
Glad you
taking it a little slow on the morning here.
mm-hmm. They're probably all out chasing their cats around the yard too.
Our cat, she is an indoor cat, but then we got her like late August last year,
Mm-hmm.
and she was small, so we didn't let her out immediately. And we wanted her to be friends with the family and the dog and everything like that.
Yeah. How's
And
Freddie? Or how's uh not Freddie?
Teddy,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
they are getting along real good. Like,
You did.
you know, like last night they even have. I don't know, but they might have like a plan thing going on between them, because sometimes, like last night when we forgot to take the dinner plate out of um, from our table to our dishwasher,
Yeah.
we heard something like,
Uh-oh.
what is going on? And then we actually saw, and that was the funny part, the cat up on the table pushing the plate uh, so that Teddy could stand up, like on the edge of the table, licking the plate from one side, and the cat from the other side of the plate, like licking it. So, and the cat, she just pushed the plate. It was really fun to see.
Storm steals rubber band, like the head rubber band things that you wear in your hair, ponytail over.
Mhm.
She steals those and gives them to Jughead to break. It's so funny. We watch her. She goes and she finds them up on the countertop. She'll go and she'll dig in like the cup that we keep them in. She'll find one and
Mhm.
takes it down and then drops it right in front of Fred, right in front of Jug. And we're like, "You little thief!" So they conspire together.
Yep, definitely they do.
And now everybody's starting to come in. Hi, Diana. Now everyone's starting to show up.
Oh, hello.
After I already told my story about the silly storm getting stuck in, running out on me. If you guys want to watch that about my morning with Storm, you gotta go watch the first 10 minutes of the show.
Mhm.
Because she was bad.
Yeah.
Jughead was not helpful. Diana, I don't care what you say, he was not helpful.
Have you ever read The Diary of a Dog and a Diary of a Cat?
I don't know. I don't
There is a text. I'm going to message that one to you later, because it's something like uh, my day, and then you have to read what the dog says. Oh, morning time. Oh, I like that a lot. Hmm. I need food. Oh, I like that a lot. Like it goes
know.
on like that all through the day. Like, oh, I need the humans to pet me. Oh, I like that a lot. And then the cat, like, there is some conspiracy going on. It's my day 252 in captivity. You know, like,
I mean, that's good. And it's so true, isn't it? Like the dog, you just look at the dog and they're like, oh, oh, just somebody's happy. And the cat, you look at the cat and it's like, are you going to touch me? Don't touch me.
yeah, but it's really, really nice to actually think it's like
That
two
sounds
or
really,
three different.
I think I would like that. Next one is paint. Not like we need more paint, but naturally.
Oh, paint. What? What are we going to do?
Hey, good morning, Teresa.
Oh, hello, Teresa.
More paint.
I don't really know what to do. Let's see. What if adding some yellow? Yellow, yellow.
Oh no, Isabel did try to get out on me today.
Hmm.
While I was trying to get my chair out so I could go out and try to catch Storm. Yeah, she was like, "Oh, the door's open." And I had to catch that little turd. because she's so fat. I don't know if I could pick her up off the ground and try to bring her in the house. I would have to just leave her out there until someone else got home.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Isabel. We'll see you. You'll get to come in later. Which she'd probably just go out there and lay around, you know.
Yeah. Like be right outside in the garden or like near the garden, things like that.
Have you guys got? Is your snow done? Are you?
Yes, it is. It's I don't even know what is going on, and it's really cold, but the snow, and I'm not kidding. I wish I had a photo to show because it was like maybe 4 inches of snow coming just yesterday, and today it's nearly gone. Everything is gone, and it's I don't know, but that is like Swedish, typical Swedish spring winter kind of weather. It was almost like yesterday morning waking up like what. I don't like, we knew that there were coming loads of snow, but then waking up in the morning seeing that almost like, there was so windows, so part of the windows was really covered in snow, and
Whoa.
then looking out it was blowing and snowing like I've never seen it. So and then so I don't know,
Huh.
sometimes I feel like there is something strange going on with the weather, at least here in Sweden, with
Well, we
the
we had snow.
climate and things like that.
Yeah, we had snow in Texas, so something's up.
Hmm.
Something's up.
I'm not really into the climate and things with that, but when uh, going up and down and things with really, we have like really warm summers here.
Mm-hmm.
Like normal summer for us, it's like 19, 100, something like that, 90, 100, depending down, up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But when coming up to 110, 120 even, that
Wow.
is like has never happened in Sweden before, and that has been 2 years in a row now.
That's crazy. Did you
Hmm.
paint? I don't know. Are you ready for another one? I didn't.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
I
okay. I
am.
didn't catch it all. You're fast. All right. I was too busy, I guess, painting my own.
Hmm.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, what's this one? Oh, look at that. Butterfly. Oh, can you guys see it?
Ooh.
Um,
Candy says you need to learn to handle a lasso.
I, I need to learn to handle something.
Mm.
Oh,
We were actually thinking about letting our kitten out in the yard, but I don't know if
once you let them
she.
out, they want that taste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then we know that we are going to have it like opened all day, every day,
Mhm. Look at,
springtime and summer, because we always have it like that.
I just
So
realized I already have a butterfly. Do another one. Yeah, it's easier to let them in and out, of course, because when you go in and out, you don't have to worry about them
yep.
getting out on you and stuff. But a storm is just so. I tell all the time, curiosity killed the cat, and that is what's going to get her if she keeps going out there because she just doesn't. She's not afraid of dogs,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
There are a lot of dogs here, but there isn't like really, just a couple of cats here where I live.
Hmm.
So I don't know. But then there were like, you know, cows and pigs and things from like nearby farmers and things like that. So I don't know if I think we're going to let her out and just have to. She has actually been out in the garden to like sniff around and see everything and things like that. So
Does she come back in on her own?
yes, she does.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want this to actually show up. Hmm. No, I'm just going to add one butterfly.
Hey, as a matter of fact, there's a yellow butterfly flying around outside. Just seen it fly past the
Oh,
house. I don't know if it's considered a butterfly or a moth, but it was bright yellow. Probably a butterfly. I'm gonna add one more here if I can. There we go. Okay.
actually wanted to add another green, but I haven't got a green one.
Candy wants to know if you're by a road. Probably.
No, not really. There is a big, you know, there is a little street. There are streets here. There aren't really like big roads. I live like literally out in nowhere. Like there is roads that leads up to the house where I live and the neighbors live, but there are only us using the road. So um, no, there are like nothing to for the cat. If you're thinking about the cat, there is nothing to be like afraid of, to letting her out and things like that. Um, so, but then we have had her out in the garden, and that is okay. But I don't know if we let her out like for real, if she wants to come back, because the farm where we got her from is nearby, and she might go back.
Yeah, yeah.
So that will be a thing.
I had my sister's cat went back. It's 72 here too. Where are you at, Teresa? It's gonna be humid because of the rain. Oh, here's a new one that I put in here. The chat picks. So the first person to put in a prompt in the chat room will use that.
Ooh.
Ooh, chat pick. That's a new one. Let me get it over there. So someone come up with a prompt, and we will do it. You let me know what it is, Mrs. Gigi, and I will.
Shine stencil. Oh, it's coming. Oh,
Stencil. What's the first one?
shine. I see Teresa. She said shine.
Shine? What's that mean?
The shiny, sparkly thing. I don't know.
Oh,
Shine.
we'll put it in there. I have no clue what that is. I've never had a prompt like that before.
Or shine, sparkle, she says.
Okay, shine sparkle. Okay, I got you. We can do that. I can do that. I'll give it to you. Shine sparkle. Okay, that I got you. Shine sparkle. I got lots of sparkle.
I will actually do it in a different way, but let's see.
What part of the bling? There you go. I got you. We got you now. I was like sunshine. I could put a sun in if that's what you're talking.
Yeah, it could be. It could be that.
Yeah. But what part of the country? Where you at?
Where I am at.
No. Teresa. So
Oh yeah,
because
yeah. Hmm.
she and I are at the same temperature right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw that. Alabama, she says.
Ah, the Alabama.
Alabama. Hmm.
I think I've asked her probably 20. I will ask you 20 more times. Central Alabama. Son lives in Alabama.
Hmm. It's a funny thing when looking. I've actually looked into the series. Oh, what's the name again? 90 Days Fiance, I think
Oh
it is.
yeah, we actually like the Pillow Talk, the 90 Day Fiance Pillow Talk. Comes on after it.
Hmm.
That's what Shannon and I enjoy watching. We like watching that. We because they show so much of the show anyways on the Pillow Talk. But yeah,
Yeah, they do. Hmm.
it's funny.
I've actually looked into all the seasons so far, like, and me thinking about what are you really doing? And then yet another episode, and oh no, not again. And then I like feel an urge to follow what's happening to the couples. Like,
Yeah, there's a couple that I'd like to know. Yeah, where are you at now? Where are they doing? Yeah, there's a
in the
couple.
show, I don't know. For us here in Sweden, we are at season 8, and like at the end of everything when they are actually getting married or not. Also, for some of them, it actually is kind of a nice thing, but I think there is at least 2 couples really arguing and things like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think I've made mine shine.
What does Mousy Deb says? If I take flannel sheet off the bed, temps will drop like a rock. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Definitely.
My mother had always, once we took the plastic off the windows, because we used to have to put plastic up on all of our windows. It's an old farmhouse, so we sheet. And as soon as those would come down, is when the temperature would drop one the last time, and it'd be freezing in the house. And
Mm-hmm.
did you get? Oh, look at you! You wrote shine. I like it. Good
Yeah.
idea. Ooh, here's a new one. This one is a Diana one. Bugs. Bugs.
Oh.
I think I have a stamp of bugs. I don't have stickers of bugs, but I think I just put some bugs over there.
Hmm. And directly, all my thoughts comes to the Disney, or the the movie Bugs. I actually had, I don't know if it is really a bug, but I have an ant, or at least I saw an ant thing. Let's see. I will count that in as a bug.
It could have been a spider.
Let's see, where do we have? Or did I actually already use it? I know when I did those clusters, I just took something literally and stuck together. So
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Put the prompt in the group.
I'm so horrible about that, but I sure can.
Can't really find that ant that I had. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh, am I ever going to use it? I'm going to throw it away." Like, those kind of, what am I going to do? Count to three and then decide what to do. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to save it just a little bit more.
Yeah,
No,
I think I have some bugs in my stickers and stuff if I was to go and try to look through all my stickers, but I knew I had some like things on my wall here of stamps, so
I'm going to count the ant in as a bug kind of thing here.
what did you say, an ant?
And look at this. This is the one that I had.
Oh, yep, that's a bug. I would consider that 100 bug. 100%. I didn't glue or dry this paint, or I guess it's glue down here that's not dried, so the stamp didn't. I love me the smell of some Sharpies. I'm gonna get rid of the silly eyes.
Oh, 80 today, she says. And Candy has 64 right now.
Yeah, I think I was seeing that it said, yeah, 80. And tonight with some rain. It's real muggy out there, which made it really great and fun trying to catch that silly cat.
Oh, I can just imagine. It must be really hard. This house that we are living in now, that it was actually, I don't know. They have like broader doorposts, and everything is made so that because they had a child
Oh,
who
uh-huh.
was in a wheelchair,
Oh, yeah.
so everything is like lowered, and doorposts are larger, and the rooms in itself are like wider and larger and bigger. Everything like so.
Very
It's,
nice. That
yeah,
makes it
it's
hopeful for. Is the child that's in the wheelchair your child? Does she live there or does she not live at home?
no, she
She
lives at
lives.
home. At
Yeah.
home.
My aunt had a son that he had all kinds of issues. I'm not quite sure what, cerebral palsy and many other things. He got stuck in the birth canal, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
he had a lot of brain damage and such. And she took care of him at home until he was about 22. She was a single mom and working. And once he couldn't go to school anymore. He had gotten out of school, I think, at 20.
Mm-hmm.
She ended up putting him in a home. But he wasn't supposed to live past 2, and he passed away. It was me and then him and then my next cousin, I believe. So I think he passed away when he was 42. So
Oh.
yeah, I mean, the hospital or the care place where he was at was not the best for him, but my aunt knew that it was better than what she could give him because she had
Mm-hmm.
work and things like that. So, but yeah, Todd, yeah, he was my miracle cousin. He was pretty he did not communicate, except, I mean, I guess he did communicate, but nothing formal, like
Mm-hmm.
my aunt knew his streaks, his I can't, the word's not coming out. Screeches. There we go. You
Mhm.
know, oh, and he loved to be put on his stomach and he had like an electric keyboard, and
Mhm.
he would just hit that thing and it was noise really, but he would get stuck on a note and you'd be like, Todd, change the note. And he'd pick his hand up and he'd move his hand to a different. So he definitely, we always wished, there was a way you could drill into his mind and exactly
Mhm.
know what he knew and then he would giggle, like
Yeah.
he would tell, he would hold that note and you tell him, change the note, Todd, and he'd move it and he'd giggle, like he knew he
Mhm.
was, you know, being irritating.
Yeah.
um, yeah, he was. I didn't get to spend time probably in his adulthood. It was mainly when we were kids. I
Mhm.
would visit and stuff. But oh, here's another new one. I can't remember who said this one. But water element, was this another Diana one? I can't remember. Water element, like river,
Water.
pond. Yeah. Who? No. Who was that? Somebody in the chat said that.
Ooh,
What? Another new one. How about that, guys?
it's really fun.
Yeah.
Those new things. Water element.
Our Todd, and he loved the dogs and the cats. Like especially my
Yeah.
aunt's dog would come up and lick his face. We just
Yeah.
loved it. Anything that would make him giggle.
Yeah, that's the sensory kind of thing that I think anyway that the feeling of like a really good sensation.
Yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
guess because the giggles, you knew he was happy, and
Yeah,
so much you didn't know, if he was happy or not. So
just one moment. My daughter is asking me something here.
Jag kommer smsa dig om
Mhm.
någonting, okej?
Okay. Mhm. She wanted me to know something, but she wanted me to have a text. Okay, I'm like, okay, you can text me. She didn't want to interrupt too much.
oh, I'm trying to make rain. I'm not sure if it looks like it. Well, I could have dropped ink. That would have made it look like rain.
See, I'll just have to draw something here. Oh, you are making raindrops.
Yeah. Well,
So,
so what's
see.
everybody's plans today? You got any big plans? Will you be doing your family night this evening, Mrs. Gigi?
No, not exactly. Um, Today it's a little bit special because I was actually at the hospital with one of our daughters.
Mm.
So that is a little bit special, but it's like a regular kind of thing. It's nothing like they had to go to the ER, but it's not really like an emergency kind of thing because
Right,
she was sent there because is Friday, Friday afternoon, evening, and they really wanted to have it looked up for like really because of weekend coming. So
right. Mm-hmm.
So I hope that they don't spend the whole night or something like that there. But you'll never know with the ER.
Right. Yeah.
So today is a little bit special. There might be extra family time tomorrow.
What are you adding to yours?
I'm making a fish here at the side of everything. Just going to cut it out just in a second.
We only have one more prompt. I can't believe it.
Kind of a. I created myself a little fish.
That's a nice fish. I'm gonna pick the last one.
Ooh.
Here we go. Wonder if it will be another new one.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
It's
That's so funny. It is. The last one is a piece of junk mail, which I'm gonna have to go out and get a piece of junk mail.
oh.
And if you don't have junk mail, you can always use magazine or something. But I know I have junk mail out here from yesterday.
I am actually. Let's see. Actually going to use something that comes to us every week. It's this one. It's called uppslaget in Swedish.
Uppslaget? How'd I do?
Uh, this is like the typical junk mail. We don't get much junk mail, but when we do, uh, the Swedish Post has this thing called uppslaget, and they put junk mail inside of this,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the whole thing like this with the junk mail in it. So I'm actually going to use that.
I got some flowers. How about that? Perfect. I'm using this is just a grocery ad. And I have some flowers on it. How perfect.
Ooh. I'm going to use the teddy bear here, maybe. Let's see. No flower on this one, unfortunately. I'm actually going to use the word because that represents junk mail to me.
That's it. Just those two little flowers.
What?
I guess that gives me something. How does it think, man?
The funny thing with junk mail is that before I got into junk journaling and things like that, I was like, oh, junk mail, just throw it out. And now
No,
I
don't
have
throw
so
it away.
much. I wish I had loads of junk mail to use.
Yeah, we don't get too much junk mail. Now, I signed up for a free subscription to a magazine, so I'll probably start getting some because they get a hold of your address and they'll start sending me stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I think, oh, let me get a picture of this for Teresa so that I can post it.
Let's see, I'll have to glue this down.
And I keep forgetting to date, so I need to date this.
Me too. I haven't actually done that in a long time.
Dated your. Oh, I could have used. I have
Well,
this.
never. I'm like, when looking into it, I've just started this year. I never done it before. I don't know who talked about it. I think it was you and some other streamers. Like, remember to date all the things you do. Like, remember
Beth.
that.
Beth is very good at everybody. Beth signs and dates everything. She's so good at that. I try to, but I forget a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go through. We did finger paint first. And I did
Mm-hmm.
green. Green's back there. Tape. There's my tape. Use stick. I smeared paint on there with some the stick. Glue something. I put this napkin down. This napkin. Paint again. That's the blue I put up here. Butterflies. I used some more of the napkin butterflies. The chat picked, and they picked what was the word, shine, and I put
Yep.
sparkly all over. Bugs. I put my little spider down here.
Mm-hmm.
Water element. I made rain. And junk mail. I put some flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go. And I know that once Candy's feeling better, she'll get hers up in the stream, and hopefully then Teresa will get the prompts, and she'll put it up in the stream too. I'm gonna add these to the already used stack.
Oh, you do it like that. That is really fun in a
There's
way, because you don't get like
and then
the exact same next week, or
I
whenever
started
you
doing
use
that a few
them.
weeks back so that we could not. And as I've been asking the last couple weeks, does anyone have a prompt that they would like added? And I'll tell you if we have it or not. And I actually have some sticks so that I don't forget to add it. So I'll take a minute or two here for you guys to give us any prompts that you would like to add. Anything. Even if you're out there in Lurkville, if you have a prompt that you like to see people do or try, or if you have something in mind, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do with the rest of your day, Mrs. Gigi?
Nothing really. The kids have eaten, and no, I'm actually just waiting, for my husband to get me some answer on what's going on with the kids.
Words on what's going on. Do we want
Mm-hmm.
to do a 365 page? Do you have
Yeah,
time to do
definitely.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me grab my book. And you guys, if you come up with any prompts, just stick them in there. Jughead, do you want to say hi? He keeps coming in here. Do you want to say hi to the ladies? Do you? Come on. Do you want to say hi? He's like, no, I want to go outside. You're not going outside. You ran around like a maniac while we were out there. Oh, that's a hard one. I guess we could put that's a good one, but a hard one to follow. Oh, now he comes in and lays behind my chair. I'm gonna put it in there. Because that's a good one.
Oh, the emboss,
You can
yeah.
emboss. You even if you don't have an embossing folder, you can put something underneath and scratch it, and that's giving it embossing. So it's in there. It's in there, Teresa. Good one. I definitely have. I believe I have focal point in there, and I have bling in there. So we have those for sure. I know.
What else can you put? You can actually use whatever kind of thing. Really?
Yeah, there's all kinds of embossing, right? I was thinking embossing. Hi, Becky. Fibers or fabric. Got that one in there for sure, Wendy. Or Becky. Thanks so much for saying something. I got scrap. We do
Mhm.
have, I know I have scrap. Actually, I think that's a new one I just put in last week. Because I had something kind of like scrap, but not. And um, in my prompts, I don't like them to be too specific because I want you to be able to use your creativity. Like when you
Yeah.
said shine, I liked how Mrs. Gigi wrote the word shine and put the shine down, and I was able to actually add shine, add newsprint. Hmm. I
Oh,
don't have
that might
I
be
don't have any newspaper. Period. I don't have newsprint. Like, I haven't had newsprint in years. So that's just a hard one. Who gets the newspaper? Probably everybody but me. I mean, I haven't had a newspaper in like
I
newsprint.
mean, neither. I have like old newspaper from the early 1900s, but
Yeah, I wouldn't use I have some collector newspapers that I wouldn't use. Well, I'm going to write it down, but I'm not sure I'm going to add it because if I don't have it, a lot of you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have it, not that I have every kind of art pieces, but I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna think about that one. Don't count me out yet. Newsprint. I like it, but I
seldom
maybe
used art supply. That is a good one, Teresa.
I've used seldom used art supply. I don't know what that. Oh, I just threw that one newspaper. That I could just stick that in there. Seldom used art. That's a good one. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
that is because maybe my inks. I'm going to put it that way so that it's more so people news print circular.
Oh, Becky says she gets her local newspaper from the Dollar Tree.
You go and buy one. Just look. I'm going to take this one I just put in the trash. I'm going to put it over here on in my use it up book. Okay, so guys, we need a number 1 through 365. We engage our group all the time. They need to.
Yep.
You come here, we engage you. That turned out really good.
Yeah, I saw when you did that. It was lovely. All the
It turned
like
out
the
better than
colors.
I thought. Yeah, it's funny when you go back and you're like, did I do that or was that?
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Choose a color. Choose a number, please. Anyone there?
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's got to have a favorite number out there. Go ahead, Becky. We'll let you come up with a number. One number. I made an espresso coffee, so I don't have a coffee pot to like fill my coffee. I'd have to go press the button and let it fill up again.
Oh.
With my fiasco with Storm, I didn't have time to start a pot of coffee. No one's picking a number. Do we have to have Google?
No.
Okay, Google. Let me see if my phone wakes up. Random number 1 through 365. Oh, for goodness sakes, it says unlock. Might unlock it. It didn't. Okay, Google. Random number 1 through 365. Ooh, 125 it says.
125.
Ooh, draw a
Oh,
wintry forest.
ooh, okay. A wintry forest.
I think I'm just gonna make those trees. I don't know, how do you draw snow? I guess everybody's wintry forest is different.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to add something.
You're so, Mrs. Gigi's so much more creative than I am. I'm like, I'm just gonna add some more of these trees.
Yeah, definitely more trees, but then we have to have something else.
Miss Gigi's gonna outdo me over there with her creativity.
Creativity is just a word. You do you. That is what I say.
You do
Go
you.
by.
Amen. How do I have all these colors and none of the colors that I'm looking for? Okay. Just,
Hmm. Oh no, I didn't think about that. I just got a text from my husband, and because of COVID, my husband isn't allowed in the hospital, so he is waiting outside in the parking lot, even though she is a child.
yep. Yeah. Shannon has that problem with some of the parents. Now, one parent has always been allowed in her hospital to go in, as long as
Hmm.
they're, but as long as they're a minor, the parent can go in.
Hmm.
And our state just relaxed everything, so the state you don't have to wear a mask anymore, but but the
Oh.
but the hospital, of course, is requiring you to still wear a
Hmm.
mask. And so she's dealing with that because, of course, the people are like, the governor said we don't have to wear it. Well, but the hospital says that
Yeah.
you do, and you can't come in. So, of course, her being security, that's the people are not being very nice to her.
Hmm. I can just imagine, like, I visited the hospital the other day, and there was a security lady standing there, and then there was another lady coming towards the entrance, and she was like screaming and things like that. You can hear from like yards and yards away. And then when I came near them, they were the security guard wasn't really screaming, but it was a little bit of a louder voice. So then I realized the woman who screamed the most, she was some like head of a department thing at the hospital. I'm like, why are you screaming at the employee? I don't like what? Hmm, I don't know about this. But that was kind of really strange to me because she has her disabilities. Our guess, wonder what they are going to do with her.
Right? How will they get, like, if your daughter? How do they treat her if they don't have the parents' um, permission or whatever? If he's not in there, that
I
doesn't.
don't
I don't
know.
understand that. Yeah, it's
And
weird.
she can have like really extreme pain, and when they ask, or when even we as parents ask her, "Do you feel pain?" "Oh no." And then we can see like blood flow, like when she once cut her finger, and you
Mhm.
can see like blood all over and like pouring out of the finger almost like, oh, and she was like, I can't feel anything.
I'm
Like,
fine.
oh my God, so
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but they knew that she was coming, so in a way they were prepared. Unfortunately, we are kind of known at the hospital, so.
Yeah. Well, that helps a lot.
Mhm. It really does. I don't want to do a wintry forest. I want to have it like spring.
Do you, girl, do you.
Let's see a little bit of something else. I never thought I really used these. This I have this polychrome Faber-Castell polychrome pens, and I bought them for, I don't know, like for 5-6 years ago or something like that.
Mhm.
And they just, and then they were in a little box. They call it that the studio box polychrome set or something like that. And they were like laying there. And then 1 year ago, I'm like, oh, I need to try them out. And
Mhm.
now I can't stop using them.
Uh, no. Wintry forest. Maybe a rabbit? That's kind of what I think about. Maybe.
Feels like wintry forest needs to have some splatter of white. Does it really says just write a wintry forest on your page there?
It says draw a wintry, oh, forest walk.
Yeah,
A
I
wintry
was.
forest walk. So, like you're walking through the forest. Oh, look, I see a
Mhm.
rabbit while we're walking through the forest. Is that what yours says? A wintry walk?
Yeah. Hmm. I was thinking about the translation thing, but
Mhm.
might be a little bit different.
Here's my here's my rabbit. We see a rabbit when we're walking.
No.
We see a stick when we're walking through a forest. Maybe not. Can't think of a rabbit.
I don't like the kind of paper that they have used in this book. I don't know about the paper that in yours, but this is like really glary in a way.
Is it shimmery, yours?
No, not really shimmery, but it feels like it's some coating of some sort. on the paper. So it's
Hmm.
in a way hard for some colors to work. I haven't gotten into the other book. I actually have it on my wish list, the other creative book in this series. I'm not really going to create a walk, just a nice picture of a forest. You're adding animals and things. Mixing up hummingbird sugar. Oh, I wish I had hummingbirds here.
No hummingbirds in Sweden, or just in your area?
No, it's too cold.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Shannon this year said she's not going to deal with the hummingbirds. It's so hard to keep like the bugs out of it and all that, stuff. So she said she's not going to deal with the hummingbird mixture this year.
Mm-hmm. I like hummingbirds and what are they called? The blue jays? We don't have blue
Oh,
jays in Sweden either, but I've
that's
seen
okay.
them.
They're mean. Blue jays are mean. They'll attack you. They'll dive
I
bomb
can
you.
imagine, but
Yeah.
but that's the thing with animals. If they look like cute and really, you know, nice colors and everything, they usually are that species that
Right.
are mean or, you know, poisonous or something like that.
Right. Like you want to just cuddle with koala bears, but they'll rip your eyes out.
Hmm.
Kangaroos. They're so cute. And you get the ugliest of all ugly animals, and they're just the sweetest little animal.
Hmm. I'm
My
actually,
perspective is horrible. I made these trees all big, and all the trees they made were little, and so it looks like I guess I should have did it kind of opposite. I guess I
yeah.
it'd be kind of weird, right? If I made it opposite.
No, I haven't really thought of. I have done them almost the same size, maybe a little bit smaller. Some of them.
Well, my rabbit is like the monster of all rabbits. So this is a fairy tale walk.
Yep.
Actually, the rabbits this is a road crossing the road, and there's a this was supposed to be a stick. It's like a huge tree falling in the middle of my
Yeah.
road. Okay, all right. I need to let him out a minute. Let's go. He's like, I need out now, Mom. Which I know.
Oh.
I bet
Hmm.
you're right on the floor.
The animals, they are really cute. I'm following vet practice in, I don't know, it's actually several vet practices in the US and England and in Australia. And the channel on YouTube is actually called The Vet. So that is really interesting. these kinds of, for me at least, strange animals. The animals that just live in Australia,
That
and they have
mhm.
a reptile park on this show and things like that. So it's interesting.
I bet you our birds are so confused because he goes out there, they're just happy as can be, eating out of the bird feeder, and he comes running out there, growling at them, chases them off the bird feeder. They're probably like, "What the?
No.
You lure me in here with some bird feed, and now you're scaring me away."
Yeah.
Poor things.
I
He's
don't
so mean
know.
about it. He sounds so ferocious, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Mhm. Oh, yours is looking really good.
Thank you. Except my perspective is horrible. Yours, look at you got mountains. I see a heart. That's what I see on yours is a heart.
Yep, I realized that.
I like it.
I'm
I
like,
like
what is this? Okay, it's going to be a kind of a heart shape.
it.
Feel like I have to do something about that, really.
Oh no, I love it. I'm gonna just give some birds flying around because they look like seagulls. I got some seagulls flying.
Oh, seagulls in the forest. Might be some some going up in the wrong direction.
Maybe it's I think states like Oregon that is like they have the trees and they have the ocean right there. You never know. He
Mm-hmm.
does. He does, Becky. He protects from the wind. He protects our property from the wind. Even he does not like when the wind blows. He barks at the wind. He doesn't bark. He growls. He growls at the wind. He growls at the birds. He's out there eating. He's eating deer poop right now. Ay, ay,
Oh.
ay. Oh, he's ignoring my pounds.
Must be some.
But that deer poop is too good to leave.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see. I think there needs to be a rock or a boulder.
One question that popped into my mind when doing this: are you allowed to be like outside in the forest to like bring your tent and things like that in the US?
There's certain areas that are free and you can go and do all you want. Like where I grew up in Pennsylvania,
Mm-hmm.
there's a national forest. Hello, Miss Chris. Chris is having a sale tonight. Um,
Oh, is she?
right, Chris?
Oh,
No, you're not having a sale tonight. No, she's not. No, she's not. I fit. Yes?
ah,
No,
okay.
Laura Kai. Laura Kai or I don't know. Now I'm confused. I've confused myself. But there are, she'll let us know. There are some like areas where you can go free. You can just go and go camping wherever you want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then there's some areas you have to pay to go camping. We usually are here in Texas in the forests. You have to pay to get you have to pay their state owned lands and stuff. So
Uh-huh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because here in Sweden we have something called allemansrätt. And that means that you are able to take a tent out and camping for one day, like overnight kind of thing,
Uh huh.
everywhere.
All over
Like,
the state. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so all over everywhere in the country. So for one day you can do it for free, and if it's on a private land or private area of some sort, owner of that specific place, and in that, and if it's okay, you can be there like however long you want to stay.
Hmm. Yeah, we like to go camping. There's a state park close to us, and we go there. But you have to pay to go. You have to pay, and it's like $25 a night to stay in a spot. And you usually have people next to you and stuff. They're like specific little area spots. And where I
Mm-hmm.
grew up, you used to just, and there's bathrooms and there's, things like
Yeah.
that. I used to go primitive camping as a kid. We used to just go find a creek, and we call it cricks up home. But
Mm-hmm.
you just find a creek or a river and put up your tent, and there you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what we like to do too as a family.
Yeah. So all my pens are dried out.
What?
I don't know. I guess it is water or alcohol. If they're alcohol, I can add some alcohol, I guess.
No. Why isn't there any darker green in this? There are loads of like orange and yellow and red,
Not to.
and the greens that are in this, they are smart. Those Faber-Castell people.
Yeah.
They are, this. I've chosen to buy a studio box, and there is 36 colors in that one. But there is like certain colors that almost like in some basic must, and those are the colors that you have to buy separate.
Yeah.
So, and all these pens you can buy separate really for like in art supply stores and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can go on forever with these, really. You can't get too much trees in a forest.
No, you can't. Or too many. Sarah who? Sarah who is with doing it tonight?
Sarah.
Last name. Can't have too many seagulls in the forest either.
It can it might be like an eagle or something like that
Sure,
instead,
sure.
from a
Yeah.
long distance kind of.
Right,
No.
right. Just kind of wing out here in a wing kind of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We are working in, you missed our pick a stick, but we're working in our 365 days of art book. They're dated, or not dated, they're numbered. And since Mrs. Gigi and I have the same book, after we do our mixed media pick a stick, pick a prompts, we go to the book if Mrs. Gigi and I have time. And we did today. Yeah, there's all kinds of sales going on. We have there's a couple different people I've seen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last weekend there was, and this weekend.
I have to get my sale going on. I keep
Yeah,
finding more
definitely.
and more stuff. And now that my internet is going well, I'm thinking I just need to do a pop up. I just need to be like, okay, we're doing it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mhm. You know what? I should put some flowers. There's flowers in winter. Tulips, or not tulips. Daffodils. Daffodils come up in the early spring, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have daffodils? And
Yes, we have. Right now it's snowdrops. I don't know if is it snowdrops in the name of it in the US too.
I don't know. Are they? What do they look like?
I'm going to see if we're showing. Let's see. I took a picture of them earlier today. I don't know if it's going to show up. No, it's. Why is it blue?
Oh,
Hmm.
they hang down. Do they like hang down and then
Yeah.
yeah, have like a little yeah. How pretty. I don't see that they're not wild around here. I believe you can buy
Yeah.
like the seeds and plant them.
Yeah. These particular ones are planted in our
Okay.
garden, but you can have. They are like spreading. Like if you don't snow. Yeah. Teresa says
Yeah. Cool.
she knows snowdrops.
Yeah.
What that
They,
is?
they must have them
Why
over there.
is it seriously? What? It's a really pretty picture, but it's turning up blue.
Hmm.
Hmm. Is it something to do with the lighting? Maybe we'll have to check this out. No, definitely not the lighting. That might be better. There isn't there. Where is the filter? There is no filter. Or is it like this? I have like a screen thing over it. I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see.
It's supposed to be clear. No, I don't know how many times I've dropped my phone, and you know, all over, like outside, inside, everywhere, and it has been like on rocks and all this scribbly kind of small little rocks, glass, and everything. Nothing has happened, and then I think it was 3 weeks ago. I just dropped it like straight down, like the actual screen was face up the ceiling, so it just dropped on straight down to the floor, and the glass cracked. It was like no rocks, no nothing. It cracked.
I may need to get some of those. Yeah, I just looked them up, and yeah, lots of people plant them here in Texas. Oh, looks like rain is coming. It's really dark out there. They look like a really pretty flower. I have not seen that. It's very hard to get anything to grow um, here with all the animals that eat everything. My mother
Mm-hmm.
sent me all these beautiful tulips, and I
Yeah.
planted them out front, and the jackrabbits and the deer.
Oh yeah.
They eat everything, everything. We planted sunflowers, they eat them. So unless you do it in like a fenced area where the deer, I mean, you guys have seen, I have 16, 17, 18 deer in my yard 3, 4 times a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you can't like go after them and tell them not to eat
Right.
either. So
Stop it. Stop eating my flowers. And Jug would probably trample them now, and because he would probably trample right exactly where I planted stuff. Even though he never runs in that area ever
mm-hmm.
until I plant something there. So, are you finished with? I think I'm
Yep,
done.
I'm done.
I added some boulders in my huge jackrabbit. I
Yeah.
got some squirrels. I put some I put some weeds because there's weeds in my forest. Do we want to try again?
Yep,
All right,
definitely.
anyone want to give us another number? We need another number, guys.
A new number. Chris, please tell us a number, or Teresa, or anyone.
Anyone, give us a number, please.
23.
Let's see if we've done 23.
Mm.
Not.
I
Oh,
have
give
dots, dots, dots.
another number. Another number. We have flowers, you get the beautiful deer. Ah, well, maybe. I love the deer, but they're digging up the yard pretty good. When I was trying to catch my cat in my wheelchair, I had to really watch the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Another number, Chris.
75.
Oh, 75.
75. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, it looks like more trees. Draw
Yep.
something from native that you've seen today. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, those are my trees from the other side. I have something, but it's leaked over from this side. That's what I thought was on there. I thought
Oh, okay.
something native that I seen today. Well, I seen my whole yard because I chased a cat. Oh, some cacti. Yeah, that's not everywhere. Right.
Let's think about it. I'm going to try to at least draw a little bit of what I see outside my window. Or I saw. I can't see it right now because it's really black outside. There are some.
I don't know what kind of cacti these are, but they haven't planted over on the other side of the house. They grow like weeds.
Let's see. We need the green and things again. Some bushes. Or trying to be, or look like them anyway.
Hey, look at who's here. Hey, Beth.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Beth at all. Stop in.
So, I need. This is totally the wrong kind of green for grass.
Your tree turned into a butterfly bush. Hey, Kathy. Hello. that tree you're felting turned into a butterfly. I bet you that sounds pretty.
It was really lovely. I saw that, but it was. I'm really impressed with all the things with felting that you do. It's in YouTube, Rebecca. It's like
I need to pull out my felt and do something with it.
Have you done a little like boyfriend or girlfriend for the penguin?
I have not. No, I haven't.
I think I'm too afraid of poking myself with those needles.
It
Like,
just bleeds a little bit. It's fine. It bleeds a little bit. And actually, most of the time when I poke myself, it hasn't bled at all.
yeah, it's really, those are like really fine kind of.
Really, not much that's just needed to. These prickly pears are. I think that's what they're called, prickly pears.
Oh, cacti.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of my daughters, she likes we have a store here in the village that has this really big cactus. Um, and really, I think it's imported from, I don't know where from, but she likes that one and she wants it because, and I think it's like, I don't know how tall,
Is it one
maybe
of those that
like
look like a T?
sorry.
Is it one of those that look like a T?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, the kind of a traditional cactus, at least from here in Sweden, it is. But it's like 6'5" or something like that, and like really thick. So I don't know. She might have her own cacti thing when she grows up and moves to her own place.
Do your kids want to stay near mom and dad, or do they want to move to a city? Or
We lived in the city when they were small, and so I don't know. I think they're going to go to the nearest suburb of the big city because we live like 1.5 hour from the second largest city in Sweden,
mm-hmm,
and then there are the suburbs from the city, from that city. It's
mm-hmm.
Gothenburg, and then there are us. Like the suburbs are over there, and we are the farmers, kind of thing. you know,
Right, right.
there are
Uh-huh.
like nothing here, and then the suburbs come, and then the big city. So I think they are going to move, closer to the city, but not like really living in it because they don't like it there.
Becky, I do not eat them. I'm thinking the guy that owned the house before, I'm wondering if they maybe ate them. I have had them at different in some different Mexican dishes at different restaurants around because that's like everywhere here. But I have not like made them myself or anything. No. But I actually said that to Shannon because we have so many around the house. Like I said, I think the guy, maybe his wife planted them, but that snow that we got recently really, I don't know if it's gonna kill them all, which we would be okay with because they really, they're not. I don't think they're a very pretty plant, and they grow like weeds. You have to really chop them down every year, or they will just take over.
What? Let's see. What is Beth talking about? Poking herself
Oh, maybe with the
2 times last night.
during this show.
Yeah, That is what I'm saying. The poking thing is, I don't know. I
You
know
don't
my.
want to put yourself through that, right? That makes
Mhm.
sense. Mhm. Mrs.
Oh my.
Gigi, Miss Gigi, you're like, I'm smarter than that. I don't want to poke myself.
But then I don't know if I'm smart because I let my daughter do it. She
Oh.
loves helping. So, but she's really good at it. She has done it for a couple of years. Uh, but she loves it. I know that I've talked about Beth with her, but in one way I'm a little bit afraid of showing her what Beth does because it's expensive to buy more material. So
Right.
I'm like have to think about that a little bit more.
Those are my prickly pears. Wonder how much leaked through to my trees. Not too bad. Yeah, I wish the paper was a little bit thicker so that it didn't leak through. There's my prickly pear.
Yeah,
See, see these things that leak through. It's the brown down here.
yeah, it does.
Hmm.
It's I can imagine it's kind of a thing when doing these kinds of books. The
Well, they
paper is
want
expensive, so
right, and they want to make sure the book is you can accessible, right? So you don't want it to be outpriced for too many people. But so
mhm.
many of the ones it says paint, so it's not like you can
Yeah,
just oh I'll use colored pencils on them all, but you know it says paint. Oh, I forgot I did.
yeah, that's the strange thing. That is why it's. Um, but I don't know how much you paid for yours, but I paid like it's like $43. I think it was
Oh my
really
goodness,
expensive. Yeah,
no, I would not have never ever paid that much
I know, but it's
for a
it's
book.
expensive.
I mean, it's pretty cool. So now that I've done it, I might, but I think I paid definitely under 20. I want to say I paid under 10.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I think I bought it from like a secondhand bookstore, but
Mhm.
it was like new, and yeah, it's not, there was no pages done in it. This is
Yeah, I know, but then in Sweden everything is more
right,
expensive.
exactly. Yeah, when you were doing it, I went right ahead and I put it in my watch list to watch prices, and then as soon as I seen a price drop that I was worth paying, I scooped it up.
Mhm. So this is what I have right in outside my window.
Okay.
Really,
What's that
our
here to the right to the left?
this one.
Yes.
That's our mailing boxes. They have like
Oh,
a so there is four of them here.
mm-hmm.
So for us, it's just sorry. Yeah, my daughter is here right now. Yeah, yeah.
När ska du göra någonting?
So
Jag sitter
oh.
Enrique.
Sorry for that. She needed
Oh,
to ask me something.
hey, we all have lives, and it's not like our lives are turned off because we're streaming. Hello, Heavenly. How are you? Welcome.
Oh, hello, Letitia. On her break, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she works or not. So,
So let's see what it is on. Let's see here. Oh, wait. If anyone is interested in the book, let's see how much it's going for right now. What for goodness sake.
There are really loads of fun things here in this. And the calligraphy part that I don't know, but it's kind of not my
That's where
cup of
it's
tea.
sitting at on thrift books. And a lot of times Aid Books is cheaper, and but at thrift books, I think you pay by $10 and you get free shipping. I think it's $10. It's pretty darn low for free shipping on thrift books, and I can't remember on Aid Books. I don't buy as much from Aid Books, but let's see what their prices are, what they have, because I think they list. My brain isn't working. I can't type and talk at the same time. Sorry, guys. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them. Oh, Aid Books isn't even listing it here, so it's not. I'm not even seeing it on Aid Books.
Antiquarian. Oh, Kathy's waiting for her stickers from Amazon.
Oh, it's a fun book at Kathy. It's a fun book to have and look through and welcome. Where is mine? Mine's somewhere. I don't use it enough.
I was thinking about buying the botanical because isn't there any? I don't know if it's the same, but I thought I saw a botanical kind of sticker book.
It fits in the same kind of thing as that antique, that other one.
Yeah,
it looks a lot.
antiquarian.
Yeah, thank you. Antiquarian.
Mm-hmm.
I have it it's in my wish list, like watching the price on it. That's how I got that sticker book. I got it on Amazon Day, and I think it was $7 and something. I got a really good price on it on
Yeah.
Amazon.
That's the strangest thing. We got Amazon in late October last year, and I was like, "Woohoo, Amazon!" And then realized when going to Amazon.se and searching for things, I don't know what they are doing with the searching engine for Swedish Amazon, because you can't even find a thing. You have to know exactly by the number and letter and everything what to search for. You can't search for anything. And then the translation of things, like it says, for example, when I looked up distress ink and distress oxide from Tim Holtz, I searched Tim Holtz distress ink and Tim Holtz distress oxide. There was nothing. And I searched distress oxide, distressed ink, like that. Nothing.
Did you look up Tim Holtz? Did you just?
I searched Tim Holtz, and the only thing that was up on Amazon, on Swedish Amazon, was his heated Ranger thing, like heat tool gun. I'm like, what? And then realized that in the Swedish Amazon thing was you have to type in a number, and then what number? I don't know a number. I don't know what they have done.
If you had the number, you'd probably have the product, and if you had the product, you wouldn't need it.
There must be some kind of product number or something, because there is 5 or 6 digits, and then they say let's say 365 536 775 Tim Holtz. And I'm like, I don't know that number. How am I supposed to search for anything I don't know?
So is the only way to do it is go through all of their search buttons, like go to Department Arts and Crafts, or is it not even set up that way?
No, it's not set up like that.
Oh,
so I don't. So I'm like, I have to go through, Amazon.com, the US site.
Oh, yeah.
And then fingers crossed they will have the same thing in Sweden, because they don't. have that. So I don't know. They must have done something really strange with that search engine thing, and
They need to get that fixed.
definitely it's really strange.
Crazy.
Hmm.
So any big news anyone wants to share? Anything going on that we need to know about for the weekend? When did you say that Mary's hop starts back up at 3 today?
I think it was 6 o'clock or six.
6, okay.
I think Beth knows that. Maybe let's.
Beth, are you part of the hop tonight, or were you already part of it? Miss Beth, is she still around?
Let's see. I'm going to. I know that Mary's doing Central Time, so that's the same time zone as you. So let's see. Her hop will be 6 o'clock Central.
6. Starts at 6.
And then there will be there were a couple of
Oh,
streams.
7:17. 7:17. Gosh, that makes it confusing. Oh, they take the 2-minute break, right? Isn't that what happens?
Yeah, there's a break in between all the streamers.
Everyone has to pee.
Yep. And get some coffee or pee in between, So. And me realizing I'll be up at least for 2 of them, because it's in the middle of the night for me.
Yeah, right. Chris, honestly, I have so many cling stamps that I'm trying to organize. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Oh, 7:15. She's
Oh, 7:15.
7:15. Yeah, 17. That is like
17. I was like, wow, that's a weird number, but I was okay with it, Beth. I would have been late. I'll probably be late anyways. Shannon worked until noon today. Actually, she's probably on her way home. She worked until noon, but she worked until 4 yesterday. Got home at 5. Went to bed at probably 5:30, and then got up at 10 to go to work last night at midnight and work until today. And then she's off and she goes into work tomorrow at 8. So she's off.
Oh wow!
Whenever she works that crazy shift Friday, it's just she stays up. But what happens is she crashes hard at like 5 or 6, and she's out.
Yeah.
So, she doesn't come home and try to take a nap, because if she comes home and takes a nap, to try to do something this evening.
Yeah. Oh, that will mess it all up too.
Well, she gets up and then she's kind of crabby, because she really didn't get enough sleep. She needs more sleep. So I think what she does is she just stays up as long as she can, and then she just crashes. And she's out. She's out for the count.
Is it like on a schedule thing, or once a month, or once every third week, or anything?
It's going to be once a week. She'll do a turnaround like this. We don't know how long it will be like this. If it's like a set schedule, because her company got bought out by a larger company, which is good, which means they will be able to finally get enough employees there, because they've been running short for like 2 years now. She's had over. So we're like, it's going to be great because she'll have a schedule, but all of her overtime will be gone, because I don't know how swing works, but she gets paid extra for working the extra hours.
Yep.
Yeah. So that extra money will be gone. But it will be nice to have a schedule, because for years I don't know week to week what she's working. It will be so nice to know. I don't even care if it's Tuesday, Wednesday of every week. I'm not home with Gat and to do stuff on the weekends, but it would be nice to know what days she has off. instead of guessing like every week. When do you work? What time? Will you be home today at 2 or will you be home today at 5 or is it 8 or is it midnight?
Yeah.
That will be wonderful. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to let everybody go. The biggest
Yeah.
thing we have to share is Mary's Hop and Beth will be on. And
Yeah.
I will see you guys back here on Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I do it Monday through Friday. And Mrs. Gigi's been uploading all kinds of videos. So take a hop over and check out all of Mrs. Gigi's videos. She is on Tuesday, Thursdays at 12:30 Central Standard Time. So she comes on pretty much right after me. We kind of overlap for a little bit on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And Mrs. Gigi, have you started? Are you going to start doing Wednesdays at 10 at 9? Are you going to
Yeah,
start
it's a new thing. It's Friends Day on a Wednesday, and then that is 9 Central.
So Mrs. Gigi will probably still overlap a little bit, but instead of me being on, she comes on. She'll be on, and then I come on. So
Yeah.
that's on. So you can catch on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from about 9:10 a.m. until about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're on. If you're bored and you need something to do, find us.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you guys aren't here, we can't be here. You know that saying, everybody does. We love you. I love you. Thank you. Keep spreading love, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, yeah, there you go. My wouldn't catch.